Hello everyone, and welcome back to Alchemy Factory. We got a few things planned today, so let's get into it. Okay, so last time we were here, we were cleaning up some of this, trying to get it to behave a little bit better, make it a little bit more functional and easier for me to maintain a profit. Because right now, profit is not something that's coming easy for me. Or at least, it's not coming easy for me with this particular method. Now what I need to do, come here, and carefully push this whole thing down. Need to add is our maximum catapults. Now we know for a fact that I can do this without having to worry too much. And then what else can we do? Oh. I should keep that going. The thing I'm out of is these spores, and the reason we're out of spores is because I've generated a silly amount of wood. Let's see. If I come here to build, priority splitter, boom, boom. Actually, I'm gonna do this in a bit of a silly way, but in so doing, should that, 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 and that should, at least for now, allow us to toss the wood to get burned. Yeah, because as of right now, we are not using enough of the wood, and I'm pretty sure yeah, I'm pretty sure even if I take a trash barrel, put it here, come on. Yeah. Even with trashing a lot of the excess wood, not quite gonna be enough. Like, I could intentionally add it to the burners, but then I run the risk of running out of wood when I need it. Potions. Moving. Because every time a potion doesn't move, we lose money. Okay, why are these... And that's why. No idea how that got messed up the way it did. Okay, eventually it will backlog there, but un-backlog. Oof. Okay, so this is relatively simple. Now this does look pretty well. The main thing I want to do is, since we are doing plant manufacturing and all that, might want to find a good use for some of the materials, because like this makes sage, and if I'm not mistaken, do I have upgrades? Don't have upgrades. That's just used for that. Whereas this, I can use for a whole bunch of other things, but it does mean I'm making way more sage than I need. I'm quite literally never going to reach the amount of sage that is needed to pull that off. So, it would be nice to help reduce some of the strain on these. If I go here and here, can I... that and that? Now, blueprints, max. That's the trick. Whole thing. getting a little out of hand. I do want to make sure so eventually these will be moved, like, behind the walls or in the ceiling or somewhere where it can look nicer for the customer, but for now, I'm gonna do this. Catapult, build. Okay, so there's that. That's easy enough to identify. We'll be able to remove this as it runs out. If I were to move that, I can up, but right now, my main problem is I'm way too hard on. Because it turns out, just catapulting everything works. Yeah. I can quite literally go boom, boom, and boom. That's it. And while I do need to make sure I maintain enough rope, it's not going to be the hardest thing now that I've got this spitting out rope at such a high velocity. Here, go here, go there. What we're gonna do, at least for now, just toss those in there. And now I don't even have to worry about those. And these are in such high quantities that they're not going to be an issue. We do that because that'll let me clear up that run. And I keep forgetting, these don't have to, they don't auto-target, so you can quite literally have them face however you want. We're going to run into the end of the day soon, but that's fine. X, G, F, and boom. That is quite literally it mostly done. And since we are messing around with a whole bunch of parts, Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Let's see. We ran out of these potions and we still turned a hefty profit on it. That is great. Now we want to clear this target only because we want these potions to run out. As it were. So now pop, pop. And that potion's taken care of. At least for now. XF. Yeah, there we go. Like, the fact that I had to build all that is a bit of a testament to how wasteful that is, because even this, like, how much mortar I could just not have to have sitting about. And while it does use rope, rope is basically an infinite resource if you have time. And that like let that run itself clean. I can work on the better potions. I can also maybe look at adding a new gemstone. I come here to research. Was there anything in the lower tiers I didn't get? Like, I know this stuff had a lot. Relic shelf. I don't think I'm going to sell relics, only because of the amount of time and effort that goes into making them. Now the malachite I might make, but I'm going to have to basically put a setup to ensure that no matter what, I don't run out of, or not that I don't run out, but that I'm not burning through every resource I have just to keep something simple going. You have to go there. That way I can maintain a certain level handling. Go there. There. That should make that in the second spot. Now. This is supposed to be what? Small gears? Yeah. Soap should generally be an easy enough thing to influence. So, yeah, probably have to go towards desk. Question is, will it care if the item goes under the desk? It does not. Okay, so I can use that to delete things from places I otherwise would not have access to. And now the gears are going there. That's easy enough. There. There, that goes there, that goes there. Since that is how we're handling it, I can now slowly build up the backstock on it. Catapult. There. Is a bit funny and convenient. Okay. Don't know why it didn't reach now, but it reached before, but hey. It's easy enough, because I can go here. Here. Actually, we will keep that. We'll remove that. Come here. Move those. Steel gears. Max build. Firm. And yes, it is wasteful to do it that way, but by doing it that way, it reduces the amount of product I have to make. And it only makes product when it gets used. So. Stop that for now. The funny thing is, I have to now artificially catapult product in, simply because cut off the supply. I'm gonna have to remember to reconnect that at some point. Stop that there. And should just slowly go through. That, however, is what I like to see. I have so much coinage that having it stopped is really, really convenient. Because it's expensive, and as you can see, a lot of people buy stuff in those coins, and can't really do anything about it. I think this might be my end-all be-all solution. We want to make sure we have a intake system. At least now in theory. I have ways of getting coin in and out of the system. Yeah, that's the problem though. I wonder. Go there. Till you do stacks of 50 coins. It is an obscene amount of coinage, but if I do priority splitter on this and this, and then that, and that, and get rid of this, put it in through there, and then when it overflows, it gets turned into very, very big stacks of coins. And I believe, at least in here, there is a priority merger. And that would be relatively easy for me to work with, because while I didn't think I would need to do it, having the ability to prioritize merging in the super heavy coins might just be what it takes. Eventually, I'm sure I'll probably be building these up into gold coins, but and it is going to eventually get to the point where it is outputting priority, because holy heck. Okay, let's see, how close are you to 50? Nowhere near close. That is fine with me. Anything running out that I should be worried of? No. No. The gears run out, but they barely sold normally, so I'm not particularly worried about it. Oh, that's kind of funny. Good thing I have a silly amount of them. Go there. Which means I need heavy gears. Okay. So, easy enough solution. Come on. Do that. Okay, so while that is an option, it's not the option I want to do. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, our day has ended. A couple dollars worth of gears. But again, it's been mostly the potions making me money and the bandages. And the bandages are gonna always be more profitable than anything else. So what I need to do this. Hey. This. There. This. Go there. Take this. Go there. And now the big gear should be back. Not particularly useful to me, but hey. If it works, it works. Oh, right. Because I've got more mortars and pestle. See, I had so many extra, it was just pure waste. Don't need a jump pad, not yet. So the cannon's nice. But it's, looking at it like I don't really need this. And stealing it is actually something I can produce quite readily, because all I have to do is keep adding the coke powder and cycling it through. Because at the end of the day, if the iron ingots come out and it's not what I need, I can always make more. Oh, there's been an update. Wait a second. I can just do that? Okay. I now have a excellent reason. When did they add that? Yeah, and basically, as long as I keep refining it, that's how that works, is every time you get a bad product there, you can just refine it and refine it and refine it and eventually get it into a diamond you can sell. While it won't be worth anywhere near what it could be worth, you could... Oh, that's weird. I'm assuming I don't have the other recipes for this, because it doesn't even know what that is yet. But yeah, now I have a perfectly good reason. Yeah, 50% of the time I get something absolutely useful. The other 50% of the time, I don't. And then I could also just refine. So impure can make malachite. This can get converted into that, which I could then convert into cash. So I literally have a method of either making gemstones or making money. So that seems like that's it for today. Looks like we have a goal for our next video, which is going to be looking at that copper refinement. Alright everyone, take it easy.